Hey guys, welcome back to another Vinny Vid production in conjunction with Vinny Built Structures. Today, it's about 10:30 Arizona time right now. My mail usually gets here around 11:30, so hopefully the decals will be in today's mail. But anyhow, in the meanwhile, I can show you guys what I've been doing with the refinery kits that Jack has sent me, and thank you again, Jack. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. But anyhow, I did take them off their old bases and put them on my own base, which I will show you here in a second. So anyhow, let's get down to the workbench. Alright, now that I got the camera all set up, move over a bit. I did strip all the ladders and piping off of the original kit, and I reinstalled most of the catwalks, as you can see, and I have the piping coming down towards the inboard side because when I get to the reveal you'll see why I did that. Now I don't know yet if I want to put a little pump house in here like that. Let's see if you guys can see that. Or I have these here pumps. I don't know if you guys are going to see that. These are Plastruct products and they're actually pumps. So I may do those, but if I do the pumps, it's going to be a lot more plumbing involved. Also, I did kind of put some tanks together, and I don't know if I'll be using all of these or one of these or whatever, but just to let you know that this is basically what's going to be done. I also intend to drill holes in the base for future plans of lighting this whole deal up. I think that should look pretty good. But anyhow, we'll get on with the rest of the video, and like I said, I'm hoping the decals get here in today's mail, but as I mentioned in yesterday's video, that I will be doing it regardless if I get the decals or not. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll be back shortly with the total reveal. Alright guys, before we get out to the layout room, I just want to bring a little thing up here. About a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I'm not quite sure, I always lose track of time, I watched a video by HO Scale Model Trains and Colorado Joint Line Layout. The owner's name is Kevin. Anyhow, he did a video on 5 tips to make your layout look better. Anyhow, I have done pretty much what he has said. I did some cosmetic work, I put up some fascia board, and of course I did some ground cover. Anyhow, with that all being said, let's go ahead and get out to the training room and I'll show you each building individually, and then I will show you the completed layout. And also what I've done to the tanks, not the tanks, the refinery that Jack has sent me. Anyhow, sorry for the little stumbling here, but I'm all excited about getting this all completed now. It now is 3:09 in the afternoon. I did check my mail at about 12. I didn't have anything in the mailbox, but I'm going to give it another hour because yesterday they came pretty late also. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll get back to the rest of the video. Bye. Alright guys, the first thing I did was add that last piece of skyboard, and of course I didn't have enough to fill this guy in, but at least the bottom half will be done. But anyhow, from that seam to this seam will be replaced with a complete sheet. Again, I'm listening to my buddy Kevin. He said to try and focus on one part of your layout at once, so I did. Anyhow, got some ground cover in here. It's not very much, and like I said, there's hardly any grass here in Phoenix, especially in the yard. But as you can see, that most of it is done. And oops, didn't want to show you the building yet. And yeah, so anyhow, I got some more cactus I need to install. But other than that, ground cover looks good. Just need to do the the ballasting, but again, like I mentioned earlier, I still need to put my missing ties in there. Anyhow, we'll be back with the rest of this reveal shortly. Stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I forgot to mention when I first did the backdrop part of this, the blue tape you see there, the top of that tape is the top of my second level. Anyhow, another thing I forgot to tell you guys is the clouds on here. I just took my Rydal can of white primer and just gave it a once over, and they look like clouds to me. Anyhow, earlier in this video I showed you what I said were pumps. Well, I know you guys couldn't get a really good look at it, so what I'm going to do is actually show you one of them right now. And that's a pump, and it pretty damn near resembles a pump. But anyhow, I'll show you where I'm putting these, and we'll go from there. Anyhow, let's start with the first building. Okay, as you can see, I did go with the aqua blue, and I did add the second leg or elevator or whatever you want to call it. And we'll get around this side here. Sorry for the shadow. Anyhow, I added a guy down there, and I added a guy down here, right there. Anyhow, I was always talking to you guys about how I was going to get the product from this building to the energy center. Well, I decided to do a pipe, and I built the stanchion right here so the trucks can drive under it and get into the shed with no problems. Anyhow, this is the hopper unloading and the storage shed and the truck unloading. Now we'll move on over to the energy plant. Alright, you remember the pipes I was building, right? I mean the tanks I was building. Well, they're there and all in place and everything. I built this cupola up here, so I have a place for my my pipes to go in. Nothing is secured yet. Everything is still kind of loose in case I want to change my mind. Did add a couple little details down here, a little outhouse and electrical box and a stack of pipes there and a guy walking around. Anyhow, this structure right here was supposed to go between this building and the processing plant, but because I got those refinery kits, which was my intention right from the get-go, I left that out and instead did my piping in there, and I think that looks pretty darn good if you ask me. A lot of work went into that. Anyhow, I also painted the tanks aluminum. And now we'll get on over to the processing part of this layout. Anyhow, here's what I did with the refinery kits that I got. Devin, to answer your question, yes, they all are on one pad and they will act as one unit. And then down there, you can see I got 4 pumps. My idea is that the stuff would come from the fermentation tanks into those pumps, get pumped up to this, which I use. Like I said, I might not use it, but I did. I used half of it. The reason why is because it's going to save me a lot of time on doing plumbing. So my idea is I will customize some pipes to fit on the pumps, and then from the pumps they'll come up to here, and then these guys will come to here also, and then all the little tankers will come into there also. So it'll get swish-washed around all those pipes and stuff, and finally it'll enter the processing building. In the processing building, you can see I got my tanks that I did there. My stairs are in. I got a little dust evacuator here, and a couple of more tanks. I don't know if they're prototypical or not, but I just felt like I like tanks, so I decided to put them in there. Then we got some more detail down here too. We got some more peeps, acetylene and oxygen tanks, some empty barrels over there, and a dumpster. The final destination for all of this, will be to these tanks right here. And this will be the ethanol storage. Now eventually I want to change these tanks to these ones. These are, I believe, a Kibri, and I want to see if I can get 2 of those to put in place of these. These are my very first try on building tanks, and I tell you, it came out like crap. Anyhow, in the same area here, there'll be the truck loading. Come on, Vinny, be good. Alright, and part of the aesthetics on this is I went ahead and also did a fascia. And as you can see down there, I moved my Digitrax plug-in panel to this side of the layout because all the switching will be done from this side. And also moved this one out here, and I got to put a switch in for the street lights. I didn't do that yet. I'm not sure why I didn't do it, just didn't do it yet. Anyhow, well, I don't know what happened to the video there. It just got cut off just like that. I guess my camera don't like me or whatever. But anyhow, right here will be my truck loading, and I will build some sort of a loading thing. Chuck, if you're watching this, don't worry about knocking stuff over. As you can see, I'm doing a pretty good job of it myself. And then finally, we're going to get over to the tanker loading zone. And I think I already mentioned this, but this is a Kibri tank. And I got the pipes kind of like going into the ground. And they will feed over into the fuel loading dock. And then we can do some switching. And then finally, over here, I know I mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again. We're going to put an office here. And I might take up part of this property right here. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching the series. I appreciate all your comments and input and so on. But for now, that's all, folks. DNSF 6951 out. Overall shot of my Sierra Adobe ethanol plant.